All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Welcome in, OTB, here on this Monday. Jake, Flynn, Alondra, Tay, all here with you. Feels good to start a new week. Everybody here, full week of shows before we head off to Atlanta, Georgia for SEC Media Day. And yes, I did get my real ID, so I can fly with the team and I don't have to drive.
Let's go.
That's a big deal.
Weekend winner.
Dude,
Jake.
Huge deal.
It's a real big deal because when I went, she's like, I see this and this and this. I'm like, look, I need this.
I need a win.
What do I have to do to be able to walk out of here with an ID that allows me to get on a bird? She's like, well, technically, and she starts saying all this. I was like, no, ma'am.
No, like.
I just need whatever I need. Whatever it says on the computer, I need to get an ID, walk out of here with something where I can fly.
So are you saying you bribed a federal agent?
No, because I didn't give her anything,
Okay.
but I just like, ma'am, whatever, like, it was going to be $37.50 for this and $40, ma'am.
You got an
ma'am.
unpaid parking ticket.
Exactly.
Yeah, that kind of situation.
Yeah, I think I did. And I'm like, look, I don't care. I just need an ID that can get me on a bird.
Yeah, but you got it.
I got it.
On July 3rd.
On July 3rd.
Attaboy.
That
And
place,
so you took off your show?
I took off my afternoon show.
That's a big deal. That's a big commitment.
So actually, it did cost me way more than $37.50. I took off because I just didn't know how long it was going to, y'all kind of got me a little nervous how long it was going to be. I actually probably could have made like the second segment of my show and probably done it. But you know what?
So how long did it take?
Total time, it wasn't. I got there like
Which one did you go to?
So I'm trying to look it up right now because I want to give a shout out to one of our listeners that sent it to me on Twitter. Shout out to Kyle.
Okay.
Kyle sent it to me. It was Neighborhood Auto and Title. Sorry.
Tile.
Neighborhood
Okay.
Tile shop.
Auto and I know there's a tile shop right next, so it was kind of confusing. I think I walked in the wrong door. Title on Corsi. Shout out to them as well. I was there for a minute. I ain't gonna lie. It was pretty packed, but I did kind of, under 3 hours. So
Oh, okay. That's not
Feels good.
terrible. Yeah.
So I laughed when you sent me that text message afterwards that you said you got it. And you're like, I was prepared though. Like you felt so accomplished when she asked for a piece of paper.
There was so many people that were there that they would ask for whatever, and person's just like, what? Like,
What?
I don't have that. What are you talking about? They're like, sorry.
Yeah.
Not me.
Mhm.
I had a folder.
Yeah.
I had a green folder and it had everything. in it.
Yep. Those
I told
people
you.
must
Social.
not have had
Birth certificate,
Everything.
coworkers
mail.
that scared you
I know.
into being prepared.
The
She was like,
fear
sir,
of
do you have
God
your
in your
original
heart.
birth certificate? I'm like, boom.
There it is.
Social, original.
Yeah.
You text me, said, yeah, I felt so proud of
Oh,
myself.
so
I
good.
whipped that dusty ass
Oh,
birth certificate.
Let me tell y'all, it is hanging by a thread. A thread. It felt like something that Nicolas Cage needed for the next clue in National Treasure. It's so bad.
Well, you got it though.
Got it though.
I'm
gonna be
proud
there.
of you. I'm happy. I'm excited.
Thank you.
You don't have to drive.
We don't have to drive. You're coming with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
how
It was a team deal.
That's a cute thought.
Yeah. Moscona and Hunt and Rivers, they could have got
Everybody?
on.
That's crazy.
They could have got on the
Oh,
plane.
just
No,
what?
they could have got on the plane, but
Yeah.
like he's
The
Team
foxhole
OTB, like
is the
foxhole.
foxhole,
Yeah,
yeah.
the foxhole doesn't change
No,
in
I
the
get
air
it.
and on the ground.
Yeah.
But what if shouldn't the foxhole be like he just makes the commitment to go get the real ID? in
I
the
did.
first
He
place?
did.
Yeah,
But
he
what,
did.
but I'm saying if
We're playing a
If it
lot of
fell
what ifs
through.
here.
if it didn't come through,
All right, I'm down for a road trip.
Thank you. That's all.
Should we do it anyway?
Look, I just did 15 hours.
No, y'all
Wasn't
shouldn't do it
bad.
anyway. Jake had to wait 3 hours and get all this crap together. Like,
True.
y'all drive after all that. Y'all some fools.
That's true.
We could do a road trip. You could do we could do a 7-hour crunch. Like you could just quiz me on SEC coaches, players, stats.
Well, the best part about today is you don't know at 8:30.
Oh boy.
We're doing an SEC quarterback tier list.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
Well, I've been studying a quarterback that's not in the SEC, so that helps.
That's okay. It's okay. We'll walk you
We're
through
also
it.
doing aren't we doing the
Kate
Klubnik
Klubnik
breakdown
is that
today,
coming
too?
today?
Well, I mean, you teased it.
So are we doing it today?
I mean, it's not as
He's got
prepared
a
as
lot
I'd
of
like.
notes over it.
It's not as prepared as I'd like for it to be.
You're not giving the Mel Kiper bio.
I mean,
Just giving you like a
that's
glance
true.
at.
This
I
is
mean,
a
I
bit
should
correct.
though because I'm smarter than Mel,
Well, yeah, and you've also been
and
playing
I'm
together.
better
for,
at I'm better at
don't have an argument
diagnosing
against
quarterbacks than Mel.
I don't
and most
think
people
anybody
in the
could
world.
argue that point.
Yeah, so I should probably have something really good. But it's gonna be our first one. We're just gonna give opinions. I don't really have a lot of clips or anything because the website that I go to watch this film on is kind of slow. So it's a little laggy.
Well, I mean, your laptop is probably from the year of our Lord 2011.
Yeah, but it's a Mac though, so
Doesn't
it doesn't matter.
It's 14 years ago.
No, it's from 2017. I would
No,
say.
There's no way that
Oh,
that
yeah.
relic is
Should we
from
look it up?
2017. Yeah, you can look it up.
Look it
I
up.
think there's a way, top
Go to
left
about-
corner, maybe
we'll
go
go to
about this computer.
About this Mac.
I don't know.
No, not 1983.
That would be
good.
crazy.
Got a
Be a little bit bigger, a little thicker.
Yeah.
Oh, so 13-incher, 2017.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
And it actually hadn't really slowed down at all.
Except watching the film.
Are y'all Mac? Y'all are all PC people?
I'm whatever
Yeah.
Bo Wegman got me for
Pretty
the desk
much.
here.
Yeah.
But yeah, at home, I have a
PC?
Mac. I have
You got a Mac. Okay.
I would prefer
I
a
got a
Mac.
Mac in the office. Now that's a relic.
I just don't we have arguments with some coworkers about Macs versus the PC situation, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, whatever, because we use PCs at our office too, because it runs the accounting software a little bit better. But it's you got to download all this antivirus stuff. And I'm like, Macs don't get them.
That's true.
They just don't get them.
It's true. It's very true.
They always say it's better for work, blah, blah, blah. What about all these these crappy pop-ups on here?
I hadn't thought of a pop-up in a very long time.
I know. That's because you got a Mac.
It's true. It's very true. Although I don't know what this Surface thing is that Bo got me. It's great though. It's touchscreen, whole deal.
That is nice.
I don't know what it is, but it works.
Hey, how are y'all rested? We had a 3-day.
yeah.
We had 3 days, people. How'd y'all do?
I had 3.5.
I mean, so it can go either way. You can either be like, all right, we're going to rest up. We're going to recharge the batteries. I'm going to get ultra sleep. I'm going to go to bed at the same time, just sleep later. Maybe grab a couple of naps in.
Yeah.
Or you could be like, I got 3 days off. Let's party a little bit. Let's stay up late.
We
watch some
we
movies.
definitely stayed up late. Watched a couple TV shows. Redid the fireplace, which we saw you at the hardware store.
I did.
We
Yep.
saw you. So we spent our time redoing our fireplace. Anytime we're
How
home
did it
for an
go?
extended, good.
I was impressed. Y'all were some DIYers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Katie, we've redone 7 houses.
So the plaster looked good.
It looked good.
They were plastering their fireplace, people.
We did to make it look like stone. It turned out great. Call me Al Borland.
Me and the kids were there for something a little less
Do y'all
productive.
get that?
Chip
Al-
and Joe was what I was gonna go
Y'all
with.
get Al Borland, though?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Al Borland.
Home Improvement.
Okay.
Oh, that was his name?
That was Tim's
Yeah.
partner that always wore the
Oh, okay,
flannel.
yeah.
Okay. Taylor is an old soul, and it's probably still playing there in LP.
I mean, I used to watch it. I just don't
So,
remember.
do y'all
Yeah.
remember the show that he co-hosted with Al Borland? The name of the show?
No.
Yeah, Tool Time.
There we go. Nailed it.
Taylor's that if there's Nick at Night trivia, Tay-Tay's getting it.
Yeah, I'm probably
Who was
Yeah.
the first season of Home Improvement? Who was the Tool Time girl?
I don't remember her name.
Ooh,
Pamela
Pamela Anderson.
Pam Anderson. Ever heard of her?
Yeah.
Straight from Baywatch.
Put that on Plucker's
Home
trivia
Improvement.
night.
Boom.
Man, rest in peace.
Rip.
Yeah, so we were at
rip.
we were at Lowe's for something a little less productive but fun. So we just go.
I walk in and I hear Hester's, and it's Fled. He's got a couple of his children on the flatbed there, and I see just like all these water slides, tubes, sprinkler system. I'm like, oh, we're about to go to the Redneck Riviera.
Oh yeah, we're about to get down a little bit. So we go there. So my kids love to go and get the on the flatbed and act like it's like a surfboard, and so we just race up and down the aisles at Lowe's. They love it. They fall down a few times, but for the most part, they stay up. But we went and got the one of those big like Visqueen, like 10-foot by 100-foot plastic. You know, get the thick one, get the 6 mil thick. You just roll that sucker out on the backyard, and you get some you go get some baby shampoo,
because
baby oil,
eyes,
So you just put it all over that stuff, and you just make your own little slip and slide. If you got a little hill, get a good running start, and you get some tubes, sucker, you can go for like 100 feet.
Yeah,
boom, and you're just
how'd it go?
It was great. So we got the tubes, we got the sprinklers. We were the whole family. It was a whole family affair.
I bet after
about 3-4 hours of slip and sliding.
Dos Equis, I bet you went real fast down.
And then I got
hill.
one of those inflatable, I would say it's probably about 8 foot long inflatable pools. That was actually pretty good. It was $40, and it was like the best little $40 pool I've ever bought. It was great.
You buying a lot of $40 pools?
Well, once or two a year.
Yeah. All right. Alondra, Tay, how did we take in the fourth? Because we just kind of like I said, we had a house project. We got some fireworks. We enjoyed other people's fireworks, but we kind of kept it low key a little bit. Had burgers.
I didn't do anything on 4th of July. I just chilled literally all day, which is exactly what I wanted to do. I was going to go to Le Berge, to the casino, and then I just didn't feel like it, so I didn't go. And then I was out at the pool Saturday, and then yesterday I just cleaned my entire house.
Probably felt pretty good.
No, that was I needed that because I have not had a weekend where I didn't do anything for a while. So I needed to reset my entire life. It's like an active
hard reset.
A hard
factory
reset. Yes.
Go to it, click on it, reset all settings.
Yeah, very actively trying to attempt to get my life together. Which is going to be an ongoing.
Feels like you're doing great though. Feels like you're doing great.
Trying my best.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. Tay, I know that your LP birthright did not allow you to just chill on the 4th of July.
No, we went and got some barbecue on the 4th with my family. We actually went out, went and saw the new Jurassic World movie. Did all that on the 4th. And then
I get a review of that later.
Saturday, me and Victoria had hot dogs and burgers, everything that we were going to do at the house. But our family calls us, hey, we're going out, whatever. Yeah. So we actually did burgers and hot dogs Saturday on the 5th. And then yesterday, also Victoria did a deep clean in the inside, and I was in charge of the outside. So that's kind of how.
Well, you put on those Air Monarchs, and a yard hates to see you coming.
Bro,
the yard was so scared.
Tell you what.
The yard was shaking.
Tell you what, I was weed eating down that driveway.
Oh my God.
Tell you what, there is not a straighter line in my neighborhood.
All right, do you have an edger, or do you just flip the weed eater sideways? And
no, I weed eat the whole thing. Okay. I go the whole way.
Are you like a pro? You take the little shield off of the weed eater. It comes with that safety cap.
I keep it.
But the pros,
I keep it.
The pros, when you drive and you see a good yard company, none of them have that shield. They take it off there.
I don't know.
They got talent.
Just kept it.
Feels like a challenge.
Anything I own, Matt, is just going to be stock. Just how it comes.
Sure.
That's everything.
No customization.
You
it's just going to be stock.
You feel stock, which stock's good sometimes.
Yep.
It's not dangerous. It's safe. It's a little safe, which is okay. It's okay to be safe.
Anybody's like, you ever put this on your truck? No, haven't. Nope. Did it come with it? Don't have it.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. I feel like you'll get there. You're not 30 yet.
No, I'm 28.
Once you're 30, you're going to start looking at that lawn equipment and being like, man, I can.
Are you saying he's going to be Danger Russ? Maybe unlimited?
Wow. God, I hope so.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. We did it. We hit them all. We hit all three.
All right, here we go.
We hit all three.
Hey,
instead of push-ups, let's do high knees during the break.
Oh, high knees and stretches. Oh, man. It's cringe.
All right.
Hey, I just want y'all to know, did you know that fireworks are indeed illegal in Baton Rouge?
I told
Yeah,
y'all.
that's my bad.
That's on you.
It's on
Apparently,
the article.
I could have got up to a $500 fine or
read.
6 months in prison.
Let me find the article.
We went to St. Gabriel.
You risked me going to prison for 6 months.
We got some
I
fireworks.
told everybody it's legal.
I would have bailed you out.
We got some fireworks. Now, we didn't get anything too crazy, just some low-key ones, but we, got a bag full, Roman candles, other stuff, whatever. But, like, when we're leaving St. Gabriel to go back to our house, there's, like, 4 cops going into U Club.
Yeah.
And then they pull out, and then they pull into the next neighborhood, and then they pull out. I'm like, are they like stopping people from doing fireworks?
Alondra told me it was legal.
And I was like, well, they're going to pull in our neighborhood, and we're just going to have to wait till they leave to do the fireworks. But they skipped our neighborhood, so thank goodness.
There were people popping them in my neighborhood. But here's my question. Why are we not allowed to pop fireworks, but, like,
St.
they
Gabriel
are?
can.
Or, like, weren't there fireworks on the levee or something like that? Or was it down in St. Gabriel that happened, and that's why they were allowed to?
I know they do a big fireworks show
downtown, right?
Yeah. Why?
How come they're allowed to do it?
It's not like we live in a dry climate. Where somebody explained it to me. Because if you live somewhere dry, okay, I get it, whatever.
I would probably say because there's probably a lot of idiots out there.
Well, there's idiots everywhere.
That's true.
With fireworks. I was an idiot growing up with fireworks.
We actually set our big ones off last night. We were at some friend's house on July 4th.
Y'all were those neighbors?
You were those neighbors.
Yeah.
That on July 6th, when people are just trying to go
Still
about their
scaring
day.
dogs.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Think
going
about
to
the
bed.
vets.
I'm going to bed last night. It's like 11. A dog wakes up barking. I'm like, what? I take him outside. Maybe he needs to go out. No, there's people popping fireworks 11:30 at night on a Sunday. I'm like, what are we doing?
Oh, you got to get rid of them before the work week.
You're like over here giving veterans PTSD just because you got to get rid of them.
We did them at 8:40. Everyone relax.
8:40 is
so
okay.
We take the kids to the fireworks stand, okay? We drive out to Prairieville. We go to the sweet little fireworks stand. And so we spend the money. We get the bag full of like the kids' stuff, the sparklers,
Where's the good stuff?
The good stuff. You know what I mean? And so we go over for the 4th, we go over to some friend's house and we light some fireworks there, but we're not lighting the big like cubes that I bought that have like 15 shots each. So I bought 2 of those. And so like, we were going to do it the day after.
Yeah.
But we just kind of forgot. We were watching, we made it like 90s movie weekend. So we were watching 90s movie. We kind of forgot. So we did them yesterday. We weren't going to just sit on them till, I don't know, New Year's.
All right. We got a break, but real quick, what was on the 90s movie playlist? Heavyweights? Sandlot?
Well, we've done Sandlot before. Of course, we did Independence Day with the kids on Friday. Saturday night was Little Big League.
Oh,
hell yeah!
I still can't believe he caught that ball in the end. I'm like, that's not how these movies work.
That's not how these work, guys. They were kind of it was at that point. Did Little Big League like change the dynamics of movies? Like they flipped the switch.
Yeah.
King Griffey Jr. though, baller.
Yeah, it was baller. I definitely didn't think he was going to catch it.
No. But as soon as he took off running.
Sorry if we spoiled Little Big League for y'all.
Dude, it's
you haven't seen that.
It scratched so much nostalgia itch for me.
Old.
It was great though. Still good. I got some good like belly laughs from it, from jokes that I probably didn't get when I was a kid.
That's true. It's fair. I need to go back and watch it. Maybe it's on our movie night. We'll get this thing started when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. Trashrangers.com. One of the cool things they always have, like if it is a big holiday like the 4th of July, like when you went on the other day, like it had, hey, here's the update. Here's when we're going to pick up your trash, just so you know every detail. And I'm sure, look, you'll get that sent to your phone as well, because you know they're going to send text reminders, put your trash out. I mean, they take all the hassle out of everything, right? So go to the website, sign up today. If you're one of the lucky ones that's able to do that for residential service, you can always sign up for that commercial service. Roll-off dumpsters, 3 sizes to choose from. Give them a call and make sure you've got the right one on your project. That is trashrangers.com.
Yeah, you got a 4th of July party, you just had it. You got anything. Got a bunch of people over. You got a lot of trash. Got to throw it away. You want reliable. You want hassle-free. You want a company that cares about taking care of your house, your business, your residence, wherever it is. Give them a call today or go visit them, trashrangers.com.
stars to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
Good start, Alondra. Good start. Good start on the ones and twos. I guess we should get this thing started as well.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
Visit GoFlowIV.com. You can also visit GoFlow IV Spa on Facebook. You can book your appointment today. It is right on Jefferson near Bocage. You see the number right here, 225-953-8150. Book that appointment today. It is summer. It is hot, and you need to be hydrated. Go see them over at GoFlow IV Spa.
Yeah, go visit them on Jefferson. Go visit their website, GoFlow IV. Check out their membership deals, their services, their menu of IVs that you can get. If you got a case of the Mondays, kind of like me right now, you need a little pick-me-up, whatever you need, go visit them.
You're not supposed to admit that.
Why not? You got to be honest with the people. And honestly, go get hydrated. Go to GoFlow. GoFlowIV.com.
All right, as we get this thing started, we are going to, next week at this time, be boots on the ground in Atlanta, Georgia for SEC Media Day. I am very excited because it's the first time for Flynn, and it is madness. It is chaotic.
Should I be excited?
Yes, but it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. It's like summer camp for all the people in our business. Now, during the day, you do the work and you make sure that everything's taken care of. Then at night you can relax and fellowship with your fellow colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
But
you can't fellowship too hard because we are the morning show.
Well, you can, and then you'll be sitting there and you're waiting for T-Bob to come up the escalator with about 13 seconds left before the show starts, and he hadn't answered any of your texts or phone calls, and you're like, okay, we're going to do this last day solo. But he showed up. He was there. So I can't tell you how much you can enjoy it or not.
It's a kind of a hoot with the owl, soar with the eagle situation.
As Bobby Aber would say, my dad was hoot with the owls. You got a cock-a-doodle-doo with the roosters.
Okay, all right.
So either way, I mean.
Soar with the eagles was a Moffat-ism, thanks.
I don't know. I've heard Bobby Aber say that too.
Okay.
So either way, legend said it.
Well, we're going to do it. I'm excited about it. I wouldn't say I'm nervous about it, but certainly this is going to test the limits of my sports preparation, my sports knowledge, and I'm excited about
that little notebook's going to have a lot of chicken scratch on it.
No, I'm excited about jumping into it because it's going to kind of force me to kickstart the football preparation.
Right.
Because believe you me, I will be prepared for football season. So this is going to kickstart that because it's going to force me. I'm kind of curious. When do they release the list of attendees? I know all the coaches, of course.
That should be any
day now, right?
Yeah, probably later
it's normally
today.
A week before.
Probably later today, because I know the Big 12 and the Big 10, we talked about that last week. They've already been released, and so those are out there. And I think the Big 10's like the SEC, where it's 3 per team, and then the Big 12 is just whatever. We'll go off vibes. You want 6? Cool. You want 3? All right. 7, including 2 quarterbacks and a kicker. We got you. Yeah. Come on. So.
Bring the start 22.
We'll get the list, and the way that I usually format it is we are the morning shows, so we don't have Hunt's going to be prime time because Hunt's coming this year for the first time. He's going to be prime time when everybody's kind of walking through because that's really the time period, and then Moscona gets a little bit at the end, and so he records a lot as well. So that's what you'll be down there recording some as well.
So let's prep our listeners for that. So your show starts at noon
Eastern time.
So there's going to be an hour.
I got an hour between shows.
Yep.
And then I go to off campus for 4 hours.
So your boy going to be recording some interviews.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Because Hunt's show starts. What time's Hunt's show start, y'all?
1.
Oh yeah. So you'll have some time.
It'll be 1 here, 2 Eastern, right?
And you'll be down there. Rivers will be down there with you, so y'all can record some interviews together. Because again,
Levy, get over here, Levy. Let's go.
I guarantee you, she can get Jeff Levy.
So what's your coaching path? Where'd you come from, Guy?
Should
I start with that?
Jeff Levy was a player at Oklahoma.
Do the coaches like it when you call him Guy?
Probably not. He had to get medically. What do you call it? Like when just a medical? What we should call that? I don't remember.
A medical release.
Yeah, basically that's what happened to him. And at Oklahoma, when he was a player, he's a giant human. You'll see, offensive lineman. And so when that happened to him, he immediately went into student coaching for Oklahoma. And that's where he got his start. And he's had a lot of success there. He was the OC there before he was the head coach at Mississippi State. And there's your profile on Jeff Levy.
Okay, I'm going to repeat that to him and then say, can you expand on this?
I can't. I'm really excited for the first interview. And, hey, they're recorded, so we don't have to play them if they're bad.
That's a
good pressure.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
We can actually chop them up, too. Make them sound better than they are.
The best part is you can ease into it because LSU's on the first day.
Perfect. I don't know if that's the one you want to ease into, though, right?
Yeah, I was being very sarcastic.
Yeah. The wheels were spinning there.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be great. We're gonna provide some really good content.
Yeah, you remember my my little color coded system that you made fun of for the draft a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that for you, and then we'll see.
You don't need to do anything for me. I got this.
Well, I'm gonna do it for myself, so I'm just gonna make a copy of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, this is gonna be a week of preparation. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
You should have plenty of quarterbacks there. All jokes aside, you're going to, like, this is the year of the quarterback. And if these teams don't try to be the smartest guy in the room and they bring the quarterback like they should, I mean, we're talking Arch Manning, DJ Lagway, Diego Pavia, Garrett Nussmeier, John Mateer, Lenora Sellers. I mean, this is going to be a stacked quarterback roster.
I mean, it's a stacked quarterback.
I'm sure Gunnar Stockton's going to be there for Georgia. I don't know if Alabama, since they have a battle, I don't know if they'll bring a quarterback, but there's going to be some Jimmys and Joes at your position. Where that way, I mean, I'm actually excited.
I got to
you talk with them.
Yeah, I kind of got to figure out something, some sort of consistent line of questioning for them as far from like the quarterback position. I kind of want to just like I'd like to ask people consistent questions and see if I get like different responses, just to kind of like test their QB IQ a little bit, or maybe not IQ, just like the way they approach the game, approach a line of scrimmage, approach a practice, things like that. That's what I'm really curious. I mean, y'all know that I'm more curious about like how the what happens in the brain, psychology of sports. That's what I'm really interested in, and what athletes go through from a mental standpoint.
Yeah.
And of course, we all love to cheer on and praise and yell at the physical part of sports, but like the psychology is what really interests me. So I want to kind of dive into that with those guys, and the coaching, talking to coaches, asking coaches. That's going to be the more challenging part for me, but like talking to the quarterbacks, that's going to be a lot of fun. So, and man, that SEC is stacked from top to bottom. It's so doing a quarterback tier list today.
We are.
It's going to be a toughie.
We are.
I mean, not number one, obviously. It's going to be easy.
We're going to go elite, good, don't know, and oh boy. Does that sound good?
I like the oh boys.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So we'll do that at 8:30.
Daniel in the chat says, I bet Flynn gets at least 3 good questions next week. Should we set the over-under?
I'll set it at 3.
At 3? That's all we're going to do is we're going to be interviewing all week. It's got to be higher.
We're not. I mean, the morning show again. Like we'll get like 1 team per day, so it's only really 5.
Okay.
As far as like players and coaches, now we'll have different people like in sports media join us. Does that count too? Like if you get a good question from those guys,
I think it all
gals.
Counts.
Okay.
I count it all.
3.
I think it means even more if somebody in like sports media.
That's
is
great. It's a great point. 3.
I think 3 is a good.
Yeah, 3. You're not going to get as many as you think. Not your fault. Like when you're interviewing an athlete, they're thinking more about the question. They're not going to be like, "Oh, good question," all this. Like they're focused on that. You're probably not going to get any from them
unless you ask them like something real good.
Yeah.
Like you need to. Have you seen that guy? What's his name? Nodwar or something like that. And he interviews celebrities, and he'll know like the deepest, darkest secret about the celebrity, and they're always like, "Whoa, how did you know that?" Like it's crazy.
That's what we need.
Y'all need to.
You got to do something to break the ice with college kids.
Give me an athlete, and I will find something crazy about them. That
all right, I'm going to give Alondra. We're going to give you all the morning teams, like whoever that ends up being, the 5 morning teams.
Yeah, give me their names.
We're going to give you one player from one of those 5. Yeah,
I will go. Full
you have to do something
FBI
like that.
Yeah,
with college kids, you have to do something to break the ice because. We all know, and they're trained to do this. College athletes are really boring to listen to when they give interviews and they give answers. I mean, there's a couple of exceptions. We all were. Like, I go back and watch mine and say, but that's what they trained us to do.
Yeah,
they want you to talk and say nothing. Right. So you did that, and they're supposed to do that. They're supposed to give you the answers like that. But I feel like if you can break the ice with them, you can get a little bit back. Get a little bit. That's what you want.
Look, and there's going to be a time where you feel like you've got a pretty good question. You ask the question, and the player is going to look at you and go, yeah. And then you're going to have to
pivot. Got to pivot.
Find somewhere to go.
I'll just hit him with it again. Can you expand on that? Yeah. Why? Why'd you say that?
But okay, I can't wait for that. I'm looking forward.
Or if he just does that, I'll just be well, that was it.
Back to you,
over.
Jake.
That was it.
And boom goes the dynamite.
So hopefully we will find out that list today of who's going to be there for which teams. And, sometimes a team will surprise you. And if they've got, a quarterback battle who we already kind of know who the winner is going to be, they won't bring a quarterback because they're trying not to have one guy get mad at the other guy going to media days. But I still expect a full list and some elite quarterbacks to be on that list. All right, we will take a break. More OTB when we come back here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org. Centralplumbing.org, not only in Central, in the entire greater Baton Rouge area. We are talking to you. 225-925-8552 is the number. 24/7, 365 weekend holiday. If you would have had something on the 4th of July, they would have been there, because that's what 24/7, 365 means. So again, 225-925-8552 is the number. Always online at centralplumbing.org. And remember, in the entire greater Baton Rouge area, we are talking to you one more time, centralplumbing.org.
Yeah, you know how powerful it is to know that a company that works for you 24/7, no matter when it is, 365 days a year. If something happens to your home, to your business, when you're sitting there with your entire family, that they can come and fix it on the spot. Central Plumbing, they can help. Anything you want on your plumbing needs. You got a flooding, a leak, whatever it is. Centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
She grew up in an Indiana town, had a good-looking mama who never was around, but she grew up tall and she grew up right with them Indiana boys.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Tay-Tay, inside the dock today, you put a little recruiting news. It does feel like LSU has, gotten a couple guys over the last couple of days. It feels like every time I open up social media, you see somebody in a Tiger uniform. Edit. Tay-Tay, who is joining, well, as we know, soft maybe, this signing class for LSU?
Well, so going back to last Wednesday, they got 5-star edge Trenton Henderson.
Yep.
Like, that was a big one you have to have. And then on 4th of July, like Brian Kelly and his staff, they had a pretty good 4th of July. Isaiah Washington out of Haynesville. He's listed as a safety, 6'3", so really good size on him, only 170, but plays quarterback for the team as well. They say he can play corner and safety, so Olsen and Raymond both led his recruiting. Look, he's a solid player. And then you have Bryson Cooley, a 4-star offensive tackle. He's a big one. He's 6'6", 315 pounds. He's a 4-star player. He's out of the state of Mississippi. Like, that gives you 4 commitments because you got Emmanuel Tucker, who we talked about a couple weeks ago. You have Jalen Chapman. You have Bryson Martinez right there out of EA. You basically got 2 guards, 2 tackles in this class. Like, this class is coming along nicely. And get this, like, you go look at On3's rankings.
Yep.
You only have 14 commits. A couple other teams have 25. they're still 7th overall in team ranking. So, like, at least the on 3, like, it's a quality over quantity at this point. Like, it's only going to continue to grow if you can keep these guys.
And you have yet to get your quarterback for this class. And so once you do that, because I don't think you can go anymore without getting a quarterback in every class. Once you do that, it's going to continue to go up. And so to your point, it is 7th, but when you talk about who they have in the class, it's as impressive as anybody. I mean, I feel like they're like top 3 at the end of this deal. At least it feels like it.
Yeah, it looks like it. Now, speaking of 4th of July, they did lose a big one. Booby Feaster. Yeah. It's kind of a little bit under the radar. He's going to USC, which, what a choice there, Booby. But he's not in. But you're holding on to Tristan Keys, at least right now, 5-star receiver out of Mississippi. Like, you get that quarterback in because your DB class is coming along nicely. That's kind of a question mark on your team this year. Your O-line class looks really good. That's a question mark on the team this year. Like, you get that quarterback in there, everything else around it looks pretty solid. Like, yeah, this could be a top 5 class easy.
It's interesting. We kind of talked about this last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, about the quarterback position when it comes to high school recruiting. It's, to me, it's not quite as important that you land one every year because of we have such a.
You can get one if you miss now.
You can get one,
but it just feels like
already qualified.
It feels like they want to add one.
I think you want to add one every year. That's the goal.
Yeah.
I don't think you press and you settle for one every year, especially with a big dynamic class coming next year as well. And then just the ability to, LSU, of course, has 2 Heismans at quarterback in the last 6 years. So it's like you can go recruit some guys that are ready to play right now if you need it. This day and age in college football, it's not quite as important that you hit every single year.
Right.
I think you try to. And you pick and choose the guys you want, but I don't think that you just have to fall back on someone just because you want a quarterback and you need just another guy or another arm or whatever it is. Now you could take a 3-star guy and he hits and he becomes the best quarterback you've ever had, but you just don't have to, especially with the 2027 class coming a year after that.
Well, I mean, in this last class, you were able to get Micah Van Buren, who's a young player, but he has started a year in the SEC, and that's kind of your quarterback for this last year. And you're right. Like, when you have the opportunity to add a top 10 quarterback, like, no matter how you look at it, LSU is going to add a top 10 quarterback next year. It might be the number 1 overall quarterback. There's so many guys with so many Louisiana ties, guys from the state of Louisiana. Nussmeier's brother, even though he's in Texas, that's a tie. I mean, we even went like Gunnar Rivers, Phillip Rivers' son. Well, his uncle Steven, who coaches him, he signed and played for LSU. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a ton of ties. There's like 5 guys. I think there's 3 top 15 quarterbacks in Louisiana, and those 2 that we mentioned. There's 5 guys that you got some pretty strong ties to.
Yeah, and you'll be recruiting all of these guys off of a year. I mean, you're going to come into this season, and it remains to be seen how the season works out from a team standpoint on wins and losses. It's going to how the close games are going to pan out. But offensively, you're going to be good. You're going to put up numbers. You're going to put up stats. You're going to put up an offense that looks really good to recruits and you can sell on and you can recruit with. So no matter how that works out, it's going to look good. So you're right. I mean, you will bring in top-tier talent year in, year out. It's just if some of those guys don't pan out, if there's a couple of guys this year that don't want to come to LSU because of the class next year, which I would never understand that as an 18-year-old, but it's not a panic button situation just because, I mean, LSU's got to be one of the, if not the highest coveted position to come to as a quarterback.
Well, not only because of the quarterbacks and them having 2 Heisman Trophy winners, but also the receivers.
Yeah, they're pretty decent around here.
They're like, if you look up in the NFL, it's like 4 of the top 10 receivers are from LSU. And those are just in the last 6 years. So also, like, who you're going to be throwing the football to and some of the numbers that LSU's been putting up through the air. Like, did we think 10 years ago we would be sitting here talking about 2 Heisman Trophy quarterbacks? Now, you've always had receivers. That's nothing new. I mean, Louisiana produces receivers at a very high clip. But if I'm a quarterback, knowing I'm going to be throwing to those Jimmies and Joes, knowing what the quarterbacks have done here over the last couple of years, I don't really know why you would look anywhere else. If you have a tie, if you're from this area, if you're from this region, it's like that is like the standard right now. And then what Nuss is doing right now, Nuss is, no matter where you look, he's got top 5 Heisman odds.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. It's like LSU. This is the old head talking to us right here. This is, as an LSU fan, saying, wow, we have such a good offense. It's the defense we got to worry about. When for so long, it has been opposite of that here at LSU, especially for a decade. We had the best defense every single year, one of the best defenses in the country. We just got to get past the 50. Like we got to figure out how to do this. And it just switches on you in a blink of an eye. And a couple years ago when Jaden's last year, it's like, man, can we just stop somebody from getting across the 50?
Can they not score one time? Because if they don't score once, LSU's got a chance.
Just not every time, please. But no, you're right. I mean, if you're looking around the country, there's a lot of desirable places. And I know now there is an extra element with the money that comes into play.
Yeah.
Money, opportunity, business opportunity, all these different things start to come into play. But I got a hard time believing anybody out there who's got a top 5 quarterback ranking in high school is not at least taking a good, hard gander at LSU. Now, I got a question on the recruits. How are they announcing this? Are they still putting them in the toy box on social media?
No, so
that's when they sign.
When they sign, okay.
It did blow your mind when I told you that actually is something that
I thought
exists. It's not a Photoshop.
It was just completely Photoshopped. So they're physically putting these kids in a toy box.
Yes, I've seen it.
Can we just not put them in toy boxes anymore? That's my one request.
What do you want to put them in?
Let's just do like maybe just a headshot.
You know how this thing works now. It ain't gonna be just a headshot.
There's 2 things that kind of bug me. It's the toy box,
and then the backwards L,
and the backwards L in pictures.
I wish y'all knew how bad the backwards L triggers this
So like
guy.
when you're side by side with somebody, when the guy on the right, he can put his right hand up, right side L. Well, it's your left hand. If you're standing on the left side of a picture, it's your left hand that's free. So you can't throw a normal L up. So you got to flip the wrist and go backwards.
Yeah.
I hate it.
What do you want him to do? Throw up a backwards L?
Let's just not throw the L up.
Well, that's just because they didn't do that when we were playing. That's a backwards L. Nobody wants to do that. You got to flip that.
No, you can't flip it. That bothers me so much. I don't like the toy box, and I don't like the backward L. I don't know if that's a hot take.
I think it's an old
got
man
to feel
take.
it. It's an old man take. I don't know. Backward L. It just looks silly.
All right, we'll be back.
I think some people are agreeing with me.
More OTB 104.5 ESPN Vendors.
Off the bench.
Throw the backwards L.
You know who doesn't throw the backwards L up?
Tommy. GoTommys.com. GEAUX Tommys. Tommy with a Y.com. Tommy's windows, doors, and siding, where you will clearly see the difference. They are award winning. They win awards every single year. They've been doing this for a very, very long time.
Surely there wasn't a
year. 30
year
years of experience. Now they actually probably already pre-ordered the banner.
The printing company just prints it out automatically. Just ships it to them on the first of every year.
Yep, because they know what's coming. And that is Tommy and the team coming to do your project at your home, at your business, whatever it is. Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. Go to GoTommys.com.
GoTommys.com. Go to it right now and go see the gallery of work that they do. You can actually see with your own eyes what they've done with clients. You can hear testimonials from clients. Windows and siding, lifetime warranty. Are you kidding me? That's a full lifetime you got. GoTommys.com. Go check them out. Give them a call today. GoTommys.com.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Going to have weekend winners kick off hour number 2 of the show. Going to have our SEC quarterback tier list not really like lists like we used to do, but we'll put them in tiers at 8:30. We've got Devin Snow joining us at 9:15. What time are we breaking down Cade Klubnik?
I say we tier list it now, then also do one right before the season, because there's going to be a lot more research preparation. I like that.
I know you.
Be our first take on it.
You're tough. You're pretty tough on quarterbacks.
I am pretty tough
on quarterbacks. So you're gonna be like, this guy sucks.
So we're gonna talk about Cade Klubnik next hour, and it's gonna be our first shot at this. And I gotta remember that these kids are in college too.
8:15, Flynn's full breakdown of Cade Klubnik, Clemson starting quarterback. More OTB when we come back.
Off the bench.
All right, go to KTZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com. Have Brandon Barton and the team come out to your space, your home, your business. You can tell them what you're looking for, but they can walk in and know exactly what you need as soon as they get there. That's what they do. They walk in, okay, hey, here's what I would do. I would put a shade here, right? I would put blinds here, whatever, like literally whatever it is. It is so impressive how quickly they're going to know your space. So you have them come out. It can be kitchen, it can be outdoor patio, front door, does not matter. They're going to be able to get it done. And again, they're going to come in and know your space better than you do in like 5 to 10 minutes. KTZBlinds.com.
Yeah, make your house more energy efficient. They can come in and tell you exactly what you need to keep that AC bill down. And they can cover your windows at any budget as well. Go to KTZBlinds.com. Go see their brand new website, see what they can do for you, KTZBlinds.com.